What's good? It's In Games and we're back for another fucking episode of the podcast. What's good? So, whatever. We're talking about the feature today. And I'm so excited to get to that. But first, I just want to say thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for supporting this podcast this far in and watching and tuning in and sharing and all that. You guys are amazing and I love you so much, and you is important and all that. I'm just joking. But thank you. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification button so you know when I create content and release it. Also, like this video and comment, because most of the time I feel nothing, but most of the time I at least leave a comment and feel nothing. So make sure you hit the notification button when you subscribe and like this video and leave a comment. Thank you guys so much. Let's get started with today's episode. So we're back, whatever. So today we're talking about the feature and all that, but before that we're talking about narratives and platforms. And I just want to start off this podcast episode with a disclaimer that I'm not perfect and I don't claim to be perfect, and I don't always know what I'm doing and all that, especially when I give you guys advice, because I'm really bad at that. But I think that a lot of you feel like because you watch my content or because you watch or my videos or listen to my podcast, any of that you guys know me, and that's perfectly fine. That's okay. I'm okay with that. But there are also a lot of people imposing who they think I am or who they think I should be on the internet and also onto me. And I feel like that's very, very harmful. I feel like it's toxic, and it's hard to deal with. So my disclaimer is that, just because you guys watch my content, just because you guys listen to my podcast, doesn't mean that you guys necessarily know me. Technically, you only see what I put on the internet, what I choose to show you. So don't assume rumors about me or anything like that, because it's just a toxic relationship, and then it makes me feel like I can't talk to you. So yeah, anyways, moving on to narrative. And I'm so excited to talk about this. I'm glad that you guys asked me about narrative, because it's very important that people know that you control your narrative. And it's very important to know that, constantly learning about yourself and knowing yourself first before you do anything is the best way to approach life in any circumstance, really. So narrative is very, very important. And if you don't know what narrative is basically your storyline, lived out through your actions. So that's what narrative is. And so I think that, the best thing about controlling your narrative is that you know who you are. And I know I said that already, but just listen. So the thing about depression and the thing about anxiety and the thing about like existentialism, because I've been through all three of those, and I've had really lows and a really low a lot of really low lows and a lot of really highs. So I know what I'm talking about. And the one thing that always seems to like worsen your depression, worsen your anxiety, is feeling alone and being confused. And with feeling alone, when you know yourself, you know for a fact, hey, I'm not the only one going through this. I can learn from it. I shouldn't struggle with this and that because I won't let it happen twice. You know, I feel like when you know yourself, it's that little bit of confidence that is the product of your depression or anxiety going away. And the second one is always learning. I think that was what I said. Learning from knowing yourself and just being confident. Because anxiety and depression want you to be confused, and that's what the second one was. Confusion. I mean, it wants you to be confused, and it wants you to think that, you know, you're going through it alone and a whole bunch of other stuff. But when you know yourself, you already know what's the facts and what's the truth and what's the lie. And that confidence is what makes depression and what makes anxiety not be able to touch you. And that confidence is like the main product of making anxiety go away, making depression go away, making existential thoughts go away, or doubt. You know, like, not everybody has to struggle, but anyways, that's a different story for a different day. Next we're talking about platforms, and I'm super excited to talk about platform, because, you know, I'm lucky enough to have a platform, and I think that the big misconception is that people with a platform have an obligation to please people, to do what people want. And I believe that's true in some sense, but not 100%, and therefore it's not necessarily true. But I think that, you know, people who are lucky enough to have a platform should at least use it, you know. And I feel like a lot of people that don't have a platform know that. I'm lucky enough to get, you know, thousands of views, and I don't know why. I was lucky enough to go viral on the internet, and I don't know why. But you know, now I have a platform out of it. So I feel like the best thing for me to do is to, you know, keep creating, because people like to see it. You know, in some weird way, it kind of builds a relationship between the person watching and the person creating, because the person creating cares about their platform. So that's cool. You know, like I said, I'm lucky enough to get thousands of views, and I don't know why. And I'm just glad that I get to connect with people while I'm doing it, and not feel like, you know, people are imposing their impressions on me, or feel like people feel like I'm obligated to do it, you know. But anyways, now we're talking about the future. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. So I'm really glad and looking forward to the future, because, you know, nobody knows what's out there, nobody knows what's gonna happen. But that's the best part about running into the unknown, is that, you know, the thrill of it, the adrenaline, and I love that. So I think that people too often misconstrue the future with an obligation, and I don't know why people tend to ignore the future, but I love it, and I think it's more room and opportunity to learn and love and be free, and especially learn, because we're always learning from the future. We're always learning from the future. So yeah, that's my little rant on the feature. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure that you like and subscribe.